you're hearing is I'm just setting up because as we've done a good amount of talking already, now we're just setting up to go YouTube live right now. So now we're live.
Really?
So a good amount of this is pre-recorded. You can put your foot back in there. Put your foot under my seat. So a good amount of this is pre-recorded, and then now we're just going to live. So now we can just BS all we want. Wow, the line's only a couple of people now.
What is it for?
That's for the reading. So I'm here.
Cool.
So anyone tuning in on YouTube right now or later on, because you can listen to this later.
Ooh.
We're here with Loren Molloy,
Hi, guys.
author, Reiki, African Queen. You're like, oh, I didn't know I had that. And then he's just handing his microphone like, take this.
I just take this microphone and use it.
And speak from me. For it is my words. Oh my God. So you do Reiki.
I do Reiki healings. I do house cleansings.
My wallet is evil, according to you. Yes.
No, it just has weird residual energy. But honestly, any wallet would, any ring would, any necklace, because it's been sitting on somebody for so long.
Well, more like I've been sitting on
Technically, yeah, you've been sitting on it for a while. So
you do Reiki deliverances, you said? House cleansings?
Yep, I do house cleansings, people cleansings. People cleansings, because you never know. I do those very sparingly because it does take so much energy out of me.
I would figure that's a bigger toll than even just the house cleansing.
Oh gosh, yeah. Especially since after you cleanse the person and you've used all that energy, the other side's so angry that they want to start picking on you.
Yeah, and you're already worn down to begin with.
Yeah, and I do have health conditions because I do have epilepsy, I have fibromyalgia, a bunch of other stuff.
So no flashing lights right now.
Yeah, no, that's why I can't do haunted houses. I used to do them. I loved everything about them. I wanted to even own one and, run one.
Even with the band, we have strobe lights. We don't use them live. We have another friend who can't do it, so we're like, you know what? We can get away with doing the lights differently. It doesn't have to be a strobe light.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, cop cars and stuff have them now, and I almost crashed. I had to pull over.
You're getting pulled over and like, listen, I'm pulling over. I know you're pulling me over for something, but because of your lights, I got to pull over for something else.
Could you imagine? I'm yelling at the cop out the window, pull over and turn off your lights. Ma'am, no, you turn off your lights.
Officer, I know you pulled him over, but could you turn them lights so I can continue driving?
I'm like, I can't see.
But like, why won't you look me in the eye? I'll tell you when you turn them lights off.
I would have no inkling not to. I would tell a cop right away. I'd be like, your lights are fucking my shit up, so knock that shit off and we can talk.
You're throwing off my chakras.
I'll fucking turn off the car, put the keys on top of the dash, but turn those fucking things off, otherwise we're gonna brawl. No.
You know what? You can walk away with the keys. Turn that shit off.
Here's my license. Just turn that shit off. We can talk.
And it's funny how many flashing things happen. People don't realize. Like my phone is set to flash when I get because.
Oh my God.
Because I don't always hear it with my bad hearing. So sometimes the light is, but when I have certain people around, I have to just keep it in my pocket or flash side down.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was renting a room from somebody, and the person left their phone in my room or whatever. I roll over and the thing went off. I got so sick I had a seizure because it was such one. Because there's different settings on the freaking flashlight on the phone too. So there's like a really fast stroby one, of course, when it's dark, and then all of a sudden that happens.
You're like, ah!
I'm like,
am I having a seizure, or is the devil actually coming for me this time?
Right. Anyway.
So you're finishing up the one book.
Yes, the Bedtime Killer's almost done. That comes out March 2018. Then I have to get started on the children's book, the Where Did All the Unicorns Go? Because it's an illustrated book, it's going to take a lot of time for all those little pictures.
Who's doing the pictures for this one? Is it
me, like I did with the first one, probably. Okay. I mean, I try to do everything myself. We'll see.
You don't got to cut that check in like more than one way.
Exactly, that's part of it. Also for me, I want things done as quickly as possible. So if I'm doing illustrations, I know it's going as fast as I can. If I give that job to somebody else, it's kind of like, is it done yet? Is it done yet?
How do you what comes? Have you thought? I was gonna say what comes to mind, but have you thought or even putting to your mind collaborating on writing with somebody?
No, I think that's another one where I think it's
a
control issue.
Idea,
it's a control issue also because when you collaborate, one is if there's part of the story I wrote and then I read that person's and I don't like it, now we got a problem because I'm going to be like, either take your shit out or I'm going to have to write my own book.
Because, I mean, I've discussed that and I tried that with someone else, but then just time kind of fell apart on us.
And I think that happens a lot.
You ever heard of there's a book called Will Grayson. It was actually written by a book author. And, well, not to say the other guy's not a book author, but he's mainly a YouTuber.
Okay.
And it's about two different guys named Will Grayson. It's a young adult book, but they're both named Will Grayson.
Okay.
and the book goes back and forth from each character. Each one wrote the other chapter, focusing. Basically, each one wrote a book
And then just split it up and
kind of
bop it up.
split it together, and then the story I think eventually kind of comes together.
And that works. I think for me it is kind of a control issue.
Yeah, like for me, when they meet together, you can back the fuck up because I'm writing the rest of it.
Yeah, but
thank you for your first half.
Yeah, but it's also the same thing like talking about turning the books into movies, because the next thing I'm doing is turning The Bedtime Killer into a screenplay, because I've already had one or two people read what I have so far and get so excited they wanted me not to publish the book, do the screenplay first, then do the book, just so it's already done.
Damn.
I can't, but I have to do the book first.
It's like, let me do the book, let me sell that shit too.
Yeah, let me fucking have a final copy before.
Because it's like you want to make it to a screenplay or whatever. Okay, fine. And I know that I won't get as much money from the screenplay as I do from the book.
I think it's just kind of like what
it's
came
also
first.
a lot of it comes out of your control once it goes into screenplay mode too.
And I'm going to be writing the screenplay myself, so it really is because okay, like you said, you got to give the control over in a way. So if I give that book to somebody else, one's if they cut parts out where I'm like, what? Like you go see a movie and all of a sudden you're yelling at the screen. That's probably because the screenwriter went, oh, we don't need that, and you're going, what the fuck? We needed that moment. Now I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? And when they do that stuff, when it's your own work, you don't want that happening.
Well, I know that happened in The Exorcist with the book, and then in the movie. In the book, what is it when they come over and she does the spider crawl upside down? Yeah. But right before she does the spider crawl, she finds out that one guy died. Yeah. And apparently that's how it goes in the book. And then for the movie, the guy was the director's like, I can't film it like that, so he cut out the spider crawl and just left it. The guy died. Yeah. Because he was like, how do I? You're going from reacting to one to reacting to the other. And then the author for the book was like, well, that's why in the book I wrote, if you look, this happens, and before she could react, then this happens. Yeah. And now it's like, I don't know what
it's fucking easy to do. Just fucking do it. See, that's also the problem. People are always like, oh, well, just, give it to them and they'll do the book, blah, 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 whatever. And I've read from so many authors that,
Number 13.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh
Lucky 13. But you read about so many authors who sold their book as a screenplay or whatever, and then when they saw the movie, they were horrified. Their hearts were broken. They never forgot how their book was so destroyed. I mean, if you think about Practical Magic, everyone loves the movie. I decided to read the book. That book is so different from the movie. I threw a tantrum. Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman and a billion other fucking Aiden Quinn.
The mother from Lost Boys, I think, is in it. She plays their mom or something, I think, and they dance around in the kitchen.
Yeah, they do the Midnight Margarita song. I love that one. But that's also, if you read the book, it is so different that I'm yelling at the book. The book came first.
I don't read.
But that's what I'm saying. So you have so many authors who are heartbroken because people are like, what happened to the book? Nah, the book came first. They changed it to make it a better movie. And yet, I don't want somebody doing that to mine.
But it's like even...
that would break me.
Yeah, I wonder how many people saw the movies, the major TV movie and the theater one, and then went to read the book and were like, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying.
Because there's scenes with hand jobs and stuff between two teenage boys. That one in the movie. And I know some of you out there were hoping to see that. Hey, where's that scene where he used his muscly arm on the other beautiful little boy?
He's so bad. So bad. Folks, it just made me shake my hand in silence.
I do have that
talent, the panache for making people just silent dumb. Just what?
Looks like this panel just let out over here too.
Yeah. It's packed. This place is really. There's a line out the door.
I know last year it was pretty packed. This year it looks like it's more packed, but it's nice
even
and
out the front
organized
door.
well
Look,
enough. Yeah.
They're all the way out the front door too, waiting to even buy their tickets just to get in. So, and there's still enough room where you can move around and it's not like, oh, it's too packed. I want to get out of here.
Well, I was saying in there. I was like, yeah. I'm like, in here, you're not bumping into butts. You're bumping into energy. So.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, and that's the only thing. Depending on abilities, issues, etc. If you get too much energy of a negative kind, you can get really sick. Bless you.
That's all you get. You sneeze one more time, I'm putting a hex on you.
Don't say stuff like that here.
No. Well, you know what? No, there's a saying. There's a saying in Spanish that's like, I don't remember how it goes in Spanish. I remember like the rough idea of it is Sneeze once, it's bless you. Sneeze 2 times, get a Tylenol. Sneeze 3 times, call
you.
a doctor. I think, and then sneeze on the 4th time, let's start looking for a casket or something.
Say you're dead to me now. Just stop.
But that doesn't help me because when I sneeze like 3 to 4 times minimum.
Yeah. No, I do like this ridiculous, like, rapid sneezing where I'm just praying to God it stops.
Oh my God.
I'm like, achoo.
Either stop or kill me.
Because it's also like that full body ow while you're sneezing, so you're like, this just needs to end.
Oh God. Or like when you sneeze so bad and you're bending over and you headbutt something.
No, that's when I just have arms wacky waving, inflatable Loren, going, I don't want to hit anything.
So now I want to I want to get back to it because I wanted to. This has been in my head, and it's funny. I'm surprised I didn't ask you already. Influence.
What?
Influences.
I don't know.
It's funny because I've discussed with people, and it's like sometimes what influenced you to write isn't the same thing as you're writing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like in the band I'm playing like industrial hard rock, almost metal.
Yeah.
And in some of the bands, like some of my top favorite bands are nowhere near those genres.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I grew up reading like Edgar Allan Poe. I was in elementary school doing class projects on him. You know, reading The Raven to the class in 2nd grade. I was that spooky bitch. Yeah.
I was a spooky bitch.
I'm still a spooky
Emily
bitch.
Strange.
Yeah. Oh, I love her. No, but I think influences would definitely be Clive Barker. It would be Edgar Allan Poe. It'd be Richard Macy's.
I'm going to say Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, right. No. With Hell House was another one. And then I did read a lot of like the British classics. So, I mean, you know, Emily Bronte, all the Bronte sisters, also. So the classics like that. Funny enough, Wuthering Heights for some reason is my favorite. I guess because it's dark, but also I think a lot of the favorites of mine were things like Bram Stoker's Dracula or Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Those classics really kind of kept my mind in this world of there could be more than just humans.
Yeah.
That, you know, there is stuff that's unseen. You know, just because you're looking at somebody doesn't mean they're a good person. That whole other view. I mean,
just because they look good.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they are good.
I mean, just because I got this smiling face doesn't mean I can't kill you and hide the body. I mean, we're cool, but...
and the other way around. Just because this hideous looking doesn't mean I'm evil and bad.
See what I'm saying?
What is it? Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There you go.
He's like, I wasn't trying to be mean. Y'all just pissed me off.
That's what I'm saying, though.
I was trying to get with the girl over here, Esmeralda. And then
Stop
she was like, listen, it might have a hump, but that don't mean it don't work.
Hump Wednesday.
But I do gotta say, if it has a hump, that's probably more of a boil, and then you got a whole other issue at that point.
Now we're in gross territory. Moving right along.
Now, all right, if I throw, I know some people sometimes don't like answering. You don't have to answer. You don't have to give the negative answer if you don't. If it's a negative answer that comes to mind. If I give you some names, authors. If you know them, if you don't know them, just like what comes to mind. For example, Stephen King.
Rose Red. It's not a book, though.
Richard Matheson.
Hell House.
Anne Rice. She didn't say anything. Oh, I should have filmed that one.
Interview with a Vampire.
It's like I just drank some sour
You know,
milk.
my problem with her is there's too many details, and that's funny coming from me, but my big complaint with her is I don't need to know what the color, smell, and style of a tassel is in a room I'm never going to be in.
It's like, bitch, just tell me the tassel.
Yeah, I'm like, give me the dialogue, tell me the bloodshed, let me know about the gore. I don't want to know the textile of the of the tassel in a room we're not going into. Like, although the movie version is interesting, it's not the same as the book, though.
And what do you think? Do you know she's actually shopping it to make it a show right now? But she wants to make it a cable show and make it close to the book, not the way they
Cable show?
She'd like it to be like on Showtime or something because she thinks...
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like one of those standard channels where you can show nothing. I'm like, what a waste.
And now, Nickelodeon presents...
Yeah. Actually, you know what really disappoints me? Total side statement, but that Gotham is on Fox only because...
what they could have done if it was on another channel.
If it was HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, whatever, we could have some epic gore. We could have some really awesome, like... And then it was like... Such a good show, so many good possibilities. You put it on a channel, you can't show nothing. Why? So that's my complaint. I like the show, but anyway.
I can understand that. Any movies or books that you've read that you love, but like that I've asked this to other people. Most of the time, they usually say they wouldn't. That if you could rewrite or recreate.
show or a book,
or something, yeah, or a movie.
that I would recreate. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them. And all the ones where I would yell at the screen going, "Are you fucking kidding?" Probably those. But because of those, I probably deleted it from my memory bank.
You like go back into every 80s slash movie and,
some of those
and
are real
make
good.
the girl not trip while she's running.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's definitely, as a girl, it's a big pet peeve. I'm so tired of all the, I can't do it. I'm going to fall over. I'm so scared. Fucking fight, bitch. Let's go.
Well, that's what
that
the
stuff
big twist
drives
they
me
did for
nuts.
Night of the Living Dead when they remade it.
Yeah.
She started off like that, and then at the end she goes, "You want to fuck with me?"
See, and that's fine. Like, I'm glad, because, I mean, I don't think naturally most women are instinctually going to just kill people. I think we all need to snap. We need that, yeah.
It's got to build
so
up.
it makes sense to be like, all right, well, now I'm going to fuck with you. Like, you know me well enough that I'm very calm. I can be happy-go-lucky. Fuck with one of my people, you're going to have to put a chain on because I'm going to lose my mind on them. That's not safe.
Hold my earrings.
Yeah, I don't even need them anymore. I let those things close up so I don't even have to worry about that.
It's like you take
it's
them
even
off
faster.
and then put them on your knuckles. Be like, no.
No, that's why you have keys. You use the keys.
You're trying to take someone's eye out.
No, I'm a spooky bitch. No,
She said it herself, not me.
Yeah, it's my new catchphrase. Happy hours and I'm a spooky bitch. But I don't know. I think there probably is, but it's more one of those. It's too hard to think off the spot with that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But I know one would be True Blood. True Blood is one.
True Blood, because that was the other
pisses me
name I was
off.
going to give you, but I couldn't remember her exact name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the book series, and I never read it. True Blood, just because I got a problem with any show that's just basically like porn. Like it's not. It wasn't a real show. It started off as it could be.
It had its moment. It started off nice and then slowly. Yeah.
But that's the problem I have with a lot of shows, like Penny Dreadful. It had such possibilities, and for me, although it was an okay show, the only reason I say it's okay instead of great
there were
was
other
there's
avenues they could have followed.
more
right?
avenues it could have followed, different things they could have done. And for me, if it's a horror show, I shouldn't be left with a sad undertoning when that episode is over. When I'm watching something, and that's another one, like American Horror Story, it's not horror. Yes, there's awful fucked up shit that happens. Horror gives you a feeling of, oh my God, your heart's racing, all this shit. When an episode of any of those shows are over, there's a sad undercurrent. That is not the same thing. For me, if there's a sad undercurrent, then you did something wrong and it should have been tweaked somehow, where you should have been left with your heart racing, your mouth dropped open, gasping, wondering what the fuck, instead of going,
Oh no, I hope they don't kill him.
Gosh. Like, True Blood, half the time I was going, okay, some more porn, and we're going to have a storyline.
Yeah, half the episode's like, yo, who's bonking who?
And I mean, if that's what your show is and that's what you want it to be, fine. But stop pretending it's something else.
But
that's
even the books are borderline that, because the books, they were as much as their horror. Even when I used to work in the bookstore, half of them were actually in the romance the romance section.
You know who I love, and I never talk about it because it's not on the top of my head, but Laurel K. Hamilton.
Yes.
She writes the Anita Blake series.
And those are in the horror. We're in the horror section. Yes.
Now, not only is she a necromancer, she's bringing the dead, but she's killing bad vampires. She's a badass chick, but she also has all sorts of succubus issues, whatever, as you go through. So there's all this porn and stuff as well. But you know that's gonna fucking happen.
It's part of the storyline.
I mean, you buy the premise, buy the book, so you know that's gonna happen. Now, if you're gonna make that into a show, which could we fucking make that one into a show?
God knows there's enough books.
I mean, you're gonna have some swan man that she's having sex with. That I'll fucking watch. It's weird enough. It's interesting.
Guilty pleasures.
Yeah, I mean, but in that kind, I love that book. It's one of the first. I think that's the first book of hers. And she was one of the people that made me kind of want to start writing, where it was that badass chick who was kicking ass, doing all this stuff, yet still had femininity to it instead of just what happened to her. But yeah, I mean, True Blood, Penny Dreadful, American Horror Story. They have such possibility for such amazing gore, amazing, actual horrific stories. And each one, I'm always left with this kind of sad undertone, and I think that's an issue.
I hope they survive.
Or just like, even if that's not how you're feeling with that, but like think of Penny Dreadful. Every episode, there was a sad undercurrent. That's not the same as horror. That's a drama.
So bad for him.
Yeah.
And he's the monster.
I mean, she has a scorpion coming out of her back at one point, and I'm not going, oh my God. And I'm going, oh.
Oh, that shit must hurt. I feel so bad for her.
Oh, is that going to heal? She needs some Neosporin for that shit?
She needs some Basitrin.
And in every one of those shows, they've done some great stuff, beautifully done.
Yeah,
and
it's leaning more towards like just dark drama.
Yeah, and that's my problem with them. And people are like, oh my God, I love this show. And I'm going, Well, I mean, in Penny Dreadful, you have Dorian Gray. If you read the story, the portrait of Dorian Gray, if he looked at that goddamn portrait, he fucking melts and dies. In the movie,
and he's a
he
bit of an
heals.
asshole.
I threw a fit. There's a moment I would throw a tantrum and fix. If you're telling me that Dorian Gray, based on the whole story of Dorian Gray, which is part of the sad part, is most people don't even know that.
Did you see the movie that I think came out 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, that was kind of porn too. It's a lot of more porn than horror movies.
It's almost like the only way they can get a horror made is if they throw the sex in it. It's like
yeah, but I think it's because a lot of people have forgotten how horror movies are supposed to be made, and it's not. People start putting porn. And I'm always doing air quotes, as you know, but porn scenes. That's why I'm telling people. I'm like, because they're putting it in because it's supposed to raise, your heart rate and all that stuff. It gives that. But horror isn't necessarily supposed to be done that way. Just because a few people started doing that doesn't mean that's all you should do. But now we're a society of tits and ass. So everything has to be, oh, look at all this. We don't need that for that story. Like The Very Devil Herself. When I wrote that book, I've had people angry that there are characters that didn't get together in that book, and how dare I not have these romance scenes. She's an immortal cannibal, and I even write in that one, she doesn't want to have a relationship when that person's going to die. She has to watch that person get old. She has to watch that person, wither while she's still in her 20s or whatever it is. So she says she doesn't, but people are still angry because I'm a girl and it should have had romance scenes. That book didn't need it. And that's my problem, is too much of it. They put it in even though it doesn't need it. In the story, if you need to put that much in it, then your story has a problem, in my opinion.
Classic movie, Night of the Living Dead.
Right.
Where's the romance story?
Exactly.
And in the remake, which I thought was great, no romance. And then even if you look, yeah, there is a romance story in the second one.
Right.
But that makes sense.
Right.
You can have some, but it wasn't the main focus of the story.
Exactly.
And that's a problem, like you're saying, a lot of the horror, they're making
they're trying to make heart rates up, but put it with the sexy. So you're like, plus they're hoping to get more people, because then it's like,
and it's a cop out, because it's like, I can't scare you enough. I can't give you the roller coaster with the fear, so I'll give it to you with the sex.
And maybe it's because those people like horror but don't know how to do it right, so that's how they did it. And I don't mean it as a slam, because of course I've never made a horror movie, but if you look it up, there's a way of doing it. And it's supposed to be building all of this using, like, The Haunting, the original black and white Haunting. I always use it as a reference whenever I'm talking about horror movies. There was a scene in that original black and white version where they're sitting on the bed, the two girls, and it's freezing cold and they're terrified, and all you see is a door. And it's the camera angle moving around this door. There's no shadows. All it is sounds and the slow pan of the door. Not even that. It is growling sounds from the demon on the other side. So, and all it is this slow pan around the edge of the door, and you're so freaked out by the time that scene's over, you're almost hyperventilating. That's how well it was done. And then after that, they're able to move it on, so you're still heart racing, wondering where this thing went, because you're hearing it run down the hallway. There is not one special effect.
And if it was a movie today, those girls probably would have been making out.
Right, it would have been
like, oh my God, there's the monster over there. You want to kiss?
Yeah, it would have been like, oh my God, I'm naked, but there's a thing. Or it would have been this ridiculous, like, over the top. People don't know how to do heart racing horror anymore. They know how to do porn and gasps.
Yeah, it's all jump scares.
And it's not the same. Because, like, in that movie, to use that door and be able to do that scene so well with just one camera angle that never looks away and just an audio track of scary breathing, perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Father Evil just walks by as we're talking.
And I felt him too. I actually, if you guys noticed, I started stuttering. It's because I actually felt him walk past me, behind me, and I had to turn around. I'm like, yep, that's Father Evil for you.
And there's no sex being sold there.
No. He's fully dressed. He's fully cloaked. You're never fully cloaked.
I don't know what's under the cloak, but
that's the evil part now. But yeah, so I think that's the big difference. Is I would change all of those shows to pure horror instead of these dark dramas. And that's, I think, is the big difference.
And that's just in her opinion.
Yeah, it really is, obviously, because I haven't made any horror movies yet.
And it's not that she feels that strong about it either.
I'm not passionate about that at all.
You're ready to like slap somebody. Why'd you put this in the movie?
And that's why most of the time I don't go to movie theaters when it's packed, because I am that bitch to be like, oh, what the fuck? But that's also why in The Storyteller of Pain, there is romance in that one, because it makes sense. The way it works in that book, it makes sense that they need to have a relationship.
Yeah, and in some stories, That does help pull you in if you're connected with the character.
And if it makes sense for the storyline. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason to have couples in a story if it's just a bunch of bitches lost in the woods. You don't technically need that. Yep, you're welcome.
In the woods. I kind of want to be like, and that's Loren Molloy. Where can people find you if they want to find your stuff and find you?
You can find me on Facebook, / author Loren Molloy, LorenMolloy. You could also search me on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. My books are in paperback and Kindle. Actually, yeah, they're available through Kindle Unlimited for free through Sunday, so that's exciting for everybody.
Just for this weekend? Okay.
Yep, to get everybody in the horror Halloween spirit. And then Instagram is author _ Loren _ Molloy. Sorry guys, I hate the underscores, but you gotta use them sometimes. And then Twitter is @Loren Molloy. And then my website is www.lorenmolloy.com. And if anybody wants to email me, they could always do so at authorlorenmolloy@gmail.com.
And if you want to get the, like you said, get the book. It's free on, what was it, Amazon Kindle, you said? For just this weekend. So if you're listening live, you get it. If you're listening to this episode, it's probably going to be going up after that weekend, so guess why you missed it. And that don't mean you can't get the book. Go to the website and order the book. Maybe you'll sign it for them if you want.
Absolutely, yeah. They can email me, and I can always send them a personalized copy directly to them through PayPal.
And will you rant about
I will rant about anything they want.
And book and stuff. Thanks for buying my book. F True Blood.
No.
F this, F that, because there's too much sex in it.
Too much porn in your movies.
Or maybe you should write a book about horror that takes place on a porno set.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Get Jenna Jameson on that shit.
There you go.
Oh, why?
No, I hear a no in the background over here.
I thought that was an impressive answer.
20 years ago, maybe.
Wow, 20 years ago?
Damn, that's some shade.
She could be the monster now, the way she looks now, maybe? Is
She
that
could
it?
turn into the monster? That could be fun.
I mean, I do have...
So we'll brainstorm.
I do have my story I wrote.
Yeah.
Which it's not even wrote. It was kind of more like an idea for a movie / story written with a friend of mine after a 5-day bender of no sleeping and some drinking. I'll just give you the title. It's called Demon Pussy Part 2, The Return.
Is there a Demon Pussy Part 1, or is it?
No.
That's
There's
even funnier, actually.
In the notebook, there were notes. If anyone asks what happened to Part 1, the answer was just fuck you.
I think you should make it. See, if it's supposed to have porn in it, then it's fine.
And then the other idea, and then a friend of mine's like, you should turn that into a musical.
Shut up, that's amazing. Shut up, that'd be amazing.
And this is without even knowing the storyline.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I don't care what it's about. I want to see it now.
I got a demon in me.
No, that's amazing. Actually, it's almost like Rob Zombie's El Super Beasto a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
In no way at all, and a little bit at the same time.
I see what you did there.
Do you see right there? Yep. I'll see.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. This is always fun.
Oh my God.
We should do this again
it's
soon.
about an hour long too.
And we just started. We could do this all day.
Yeah, we might have to do this one. Maybe do a review of someone else's crap. Stuff.
Yeah. Hey, we could talk about some crap and some stuff.
So make sure to go check out her books. If you got a little one in your family, get the kids book.
Yep. That's
And
where
if they
the
like that
dragons
one,
go.
there's going to be a second one.
Where do the unicorns go?
And then if you're lucky, she'll do the porno one. Where do the vibrator?
No.
We'll catch you next time.
Happy horrors. That's all. I love it.
That's live, so that we can just keep going.
Oh, okay. I was like pointing. I'm like, what about that?
Yeah, this because I was recording it, but then that one just live, so it's only like the second half, and we really started going. Like the first half, we were really being specific. So if you heard the second half, F you, go to the podcast, listen to the first half. Potato chip?
No, thanks. I'm good. I need another drink, though. I'm going to have to go get one of my beverages.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking alcohol. It's afternoon. I've been drinking Jack since noon, so. Jack!
Who were?
Just Jack.
Is he here?
No. I don't. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to use the bathroom.
Jack you down.
Okay, when you do this at somebody, this is what you did. All I saw was. Yeah, that's better. If you're going to put that part, don't. Like,
There's a
You went
microphone.
like this. You went oh.
I became dark for a second.
No.
She's
I
like,
might bother you in a little while.
you like, I don't like them lightly salted. I want to fully
Yeah, I'm like, if it was salt and vinegar. Is that what it's called? Yeah, right?
Ew.
That vinegar is too strong.
I like those though, they're good. I can only eat them for a short period of time. I also like those hot Andy's fries, whatever those are. I like those too.
I only like food hot, spicy when it's actually like cooked hot food.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big fan of that as much. Alright, I'll be back. I better go check on my table and use it.
All right.
Thank you. We'll do
Thank
this
you.
again in a little while.
You should.
Anytime you're bored, you just be like, come on, come to battle with me.